The 1980s were filled with so many blockbuster movies that led to the future of what we see today, from traveling back in time, to wondering if Die Hard is a Christmas movie, to calling on the Ghostbusters. But all these movies led the way to video game projects as well. And on today's video, we take you on a journey as we rank the top 5 Nintendo Entertainment System video games based on movies. The list of movie franchises that were produced in the 80s and early 90s on the NES are far from few, from the karate kicking Daniel-san to even Jaws. But not every game was that good. Sorry Bill and Ted, your most excellent adventure was a total bummer.
No way. No way.
Some games were brought out as a way to ride the wave of the movie franchises like the realistic Days of Thunder starring Tom Cruise, but it's not this Tom Cruise movie that makes the list. Number 5 on the list is no other than Top Gun. The shoot-'em-up combat flight simulation game was based on the 1986 hit film Top Gun, was developed by Konami for the NES. The game featured first-person perspective inside the cockpit of an F-14 flight plane. The game has 4 levels, each involving you fighting off enemy MiGs, enemy aircraft carrier, and enemy fortress, and a space shuttle on a launch pad. This game has 3 lives with no continues. The game was rated 4 stars out of 5 and was praised by many. Now, where would we be without those iconic journeys out there with the loving story of Labyrinth and the wizard Willow? But number 4 on our list goes to a group of kids searching for treasure in Goonies II. The game is considered an early example of exploration platform game with open level design similar to Pitfall 2 and Castlevania. The game features 2 modes to play, platform and first person. You play as Mikey as you go through areas of the map, avoiding the Fratelli family and as they come to pursue you. The game doesn't have a continue feature when you lose all your lives, but you do get a passcode which you are able to use to resume your journey later on. Now, number 3, we take you on a sci-fi adventure with some iconic movies from Aliens, Beetlejuice, Star Wars, and Ghostbusters. Sci-fi was such a huge hit in the late 70s and early 80s, but number 3 on our list goes to our part man, part machine RoboCop. The beat 'em up run and gun video game was developed and published by Data East. The game was critical and commercial success. The game was based from the arcade and then ported over to the NES in 1989. The gameplay is similar to that of other Data East games titles called Bad Dude vs. Dragon Ninja, as the player controls RoboCop as he takes down the crime lords. We go to the runner-up as we give you an offer you cannot refuse. From amazing Mafia-style games like The Untouchables and Who Framed Roger Rabbit, but sorry Roger, you didn't make the cut. Maybe you would have made it if it was the worst game for the NES, but number 2 goes to the crime fighter Dick Tracy. The objective of the game was to solve several mysteries without accusing the wrong person or shooting too many armed villains. Each level starts out with a case to solve and some possible clues. You drive Tracy's car to different locations avoiding snipers and then shift to a side-scrolling adventure game. The game will end if Tracy's energy meter is depleted or if Tracy commits 3 abuses of power in one case. And now to top off the game, from the biggest action heroes from Indiana Jones to Rambo to Mad Max, there's only one hero that can be on top, and it's no other than Batman, the video game. Developed by Sunsoft, the loosely based game of 1989 film Batman, the game contains 5 levels culminating in a showdown with the Joker in the bell tower of Gotham Cathedral. Batman game had Batman wall jumping and using weapons such as the Batarang, Bat Disc, and Batpoon. The game received high grades from all magazines and a 4.5 star from All Game, and Electronics Gaming Monthly voted it best movie to game in 1989. And there you have it, guys and girls. Let me know in the comments which one you would make as your top 5 video game adaptations from the NES below. And as always, gamers, party on and stay groovy.